Maybe. That seems like impossible though. Is that your goal?
I don't know what my goal in life is at this point. There's so many ostriches. You've seen that in Family Guy, right? Why are there so many ostriches? Why?
Oh, sure, said there'd only be a few
It's supposed to be the
This is a terrible vacation.
in,
4,
Three's
3,
Company,
2.
the guy who lives next door. What does that mean? Oh, I get a life
For
every
each
100?
100?
Nice. We need the lives. We suck at this.
Yo. That's awesome.
And I still got my frog dog.
I like this.
Oh, but did
frog
we go
dog.
back? Yeah, I think.
No. This is pretty. Oh, we did.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because it wants to like set you up to fail again. I don't know. Or did we? Maybe
Oh,
there's.
we got another life from fucking bananas.
Nice.
Dude, I really want to eat a banana right now. Actually, they look so
I
good.
just kind of want something phallic in my mouth.
Really want,
Kong, got a bitch.
dude, a third life.
We need all the lives we can get.
That's awesome.
This level's
That looks
easy.
like it's gonna fall.
This level just
Wow,
gave
we
me
already
stuff.
beat it.
Yeah, and we'll see it next time. Or did?
We're looking to
Where are we on? Did we beat the boss and in this
Yeah.
level? What's
Yeah.
going on?
We're all.
Who are you?
We're all discombobulated. Can
I
we
think-
do one more or no?
Yeah, you take over.
Okay.
I need,
swap me out.
because I need you to. You're not talking much, and it's
Cool,
kind of
dude.
making me mad.
Why?
I'm just kidding.
No.
Oh, it's the cart
Oh,
level.
do I
Be
have to
careful.
jump?
Yeah. See how it leads you into
Oh,
that?
it teaches me.
It's like I want you to get them bananas.
Okay.
This might just be a mini level of
I like it,
survival.
though. I bet I have to like choose which way is the right
Which
way.
banane?
Which banane? I love.
The ripe or unripe banane. You didn't have to
Oh.
jump there. You probably could have trusted them.
Whoa!
Nice.
Oh
On
god!
the tips of the lips. Oh, what the fuck? What?
Checkpoint.
Nice.
Oh shit! Oh, I died.
Do I just? Okay, it
Oh.
just gives me. I was like, what am I? How am I supposed to do this? How am I supposed to?
I thought it would.
Oh, because I was trying to use the.
Oh,
Okay,
One
you
more.
got the.
I got it. I
you
got
You
it.
got that power up there. Good thing I got you all those lives. You're welcome. Can you jump off
What
that?
the
You can't even jump off
fuck?
of it.
I was going so slow.
'Cause I think you gotta hold your.
Oh, do you speed up certain way?
That was. Oh, right into it.
That was like pixel perfect. You went like right over it. Holy shit.
Okay, one more time. We gotta get through this for the good tiny Acadians.
Acadian Z. I like to think that all of our viewer audience is from Arcadia in Canada.
Oh, I thought you. Oh, is it a?
Oh, yeah, it is.
No. I thought you made it up.
No.
Just like the
I'm
nomads.
so bad at this game, dude. The nomads?
Yeah, you don't remember?
No.
Nardwar made up that
Oh,
band.
the nomads who have
Suharto, stop.
And
There you
guess
go,
where
Doug.
he only puts his pepper on
his
his
food.
plate.
I didn't get that either. That you had to press A.
Yeah.
Like, why aren't I playing yet? I like how it. What? Jiggle.
God damn it.
Okay, my turn.
It's like
Time to shine.
I have to be more.
I do like the switch off. I wish more games had like a second character.
Me too.
Like I don't think they even really captured this in Mario and Luigi. Because the other character would get so far. Yeah, I know, fucked up. You
It
can laugh all
wasn't
you
like
want,
that
dick.
in Mario Bros. It was like when you died, you start the level over and the second player starts. Remember that in Mario 3?
Yeah. You had to
Yeah.
like get out of the level, and then he took over. I thought.
Yeah, it was exactly like. Oh my
Oh my
god.
Lanta.
Oh my god.
I did that in one of our other episodes.
Did you?
The
Whoa.
Oh, I missed.
Oh yeah.
Oh, we needed that too.
You jumped
Oh.
before.
Whoop,
How are
going
you?
all the way up.
How is that even?
Come on, gravity, get the hell away from me.
Gravity, huh?
Oh,
Oh.
Kong,
Did we get nice?
Kong,
That kind
Kong.
of makes up for the times that we died.
Kong.
Whoa! No,
Oh.
it's a mad dash.
Do you remember that level in Super Mario Kart
Whoop.
Double Dash with the the babies level? It's just like a ring.
Oh yeah,
it's like
it's
8 times.
super easy. Oh,
Hells no!
fuck!
God damn it.
We were right at the
I like
end.
jumped right when I saw him.
Hells
he
no!
made me nervous.
Alright, we gotta beat this.
Do you see the name of the level?
No.
Minecart Carnage.
Oh, so true.
I feel you, Red. I feels you. So, for tonight, I don't have really like a big plan of attack. I just have things that I need to work on that I figured that I would stream that are somewhat relevant. The thing that I need to look, I didn't do the diligence of looking into how my stream sounds, but it should be fine. Yeah, it's fine. The only the one other thing is, which is a bummer because sometimes it decides to give out on me. What's going on with them? Are you not streaming tonight, or are you just kind of like vibing until you go live? Or is today not your day? Or you might also just be like in other people's, see Retro Josh is live, I see Prius is live. I have a feeling you're, all up in that. Yeah, so my plan of attack is, I guess, to finish. My life ran late tonight and I have to get up super early to drive into New York City. Yeah, my backup plans are if things go late, I just, I do things on a slower pace. Like either just shuffle my, play or my launch box, or work on like artwork or other things that I have to finish up that I should be attending to. So yeah, I don't really have a plan for tonight other than just talking or whatever. Just fixing up this because I'm gonna be cutting some wood this weekend. I don't think I'll be around for Sunday Morning Arcade. I didn't have such a following with it anyway, so. Do I hang out in YOLO stream? I feel like you might have mentioned them. He's the one, is he the one that you were telling me? I looked up his stream. He's the one that, it's not just YOLO, right? It's something else. He, oh yeah, if you want, sure. I'll jump in now. But isn't he the one, oops, trying to close some stuff. He's the one that, I looked him up and he like plays on his arcade all the time. He's one of those like Japanese thin ones, I forget what they're called. It almost looks like a, I forget the model.
Yeah, kid.
Dickhead?
No, I said, "What's up there, kid?" I was trying to do that Boston accent. That like, "What's up there, kid?"
What's going
how you
on
doing
there, kid?
You know what's really funny? When I would go as a kid, when I would visit my sister up in Winthrop, all the other kids there thought that I spoke super strange. Like they would make fun. They'd go like, "Say dollars, say dollars." You know, it was so funny.
I guess New York accent is a little bit different than Boston. Kind of, sort of.
It definitely is, to the point where they each sound kind of like you're noticeable to each other. But people from at least people from New York, we don't realize how strange we sound to people from the rest of the country.
Yeah.
And I think Boston the same. Like they don't. I think Bostoners have more of an idea that there's like a Boston sound, But like, I don't think most New Yorkers realize how New York they sound.
I think most Boston accents, if anybody even has one, it's always forced. It's always like, I'm from Southie.
I don't know.
Or like
at least
Ben
when I was a
Affleck.
kid, and I would go to visit my sister loved to date like blue collar, like I throw bags at the airport. You know what I mean? Like stuff like that.
Mm-hmm.
And those dudes were super like, "Where's the car, Holly?" Like gonna pick up some bottles. Fucking super chowdery.
A chowdery. I've never heard that. That's hilarious.
Oh, I completely misuse and make up words all the time. I like freestyle fucking like English language.
Chowdery.
It's all chowdery, Chowder, you idiot. It's so funny. I'm it's late. I want to fucking roll a bean, and I like didn't want to sit there and try to type into the phone. So I'm like, I'm in the mood to bullshit with Tiny, but I really don't want to like sit there and have to, chat like on the phone.
What's a bummer is that I was watching back old streams because I was trying to remember what reference. Like, remember I sent you the video of the get your shit pushed in.
Yeah, you shit first.
I was referencing old content and I was like, fuck, I haven't done anything with anybody in a while on Discord.
Yeah.
It'd be nice to pick up a game. You've been doing Secret of Mana. How's that been going?
We only played twice. We played the first night with Josh and Lost Wolf, and then the next Friday, no one was around, and Josh was playing I forget, Halo or something. And then this week, Mass Effect comes out tomorrow, so I'll be up till like 5 a.m. playing Mass Effect.
Oh yeah. What is that?
I did the pre-install and it was fucking 107 gigs.
Let me see what. I didn't even know that was the new one was coming out. To be honest.
No, it's a
an expansion?
HD remake. No, it's an HD remake of the first 3 games.
Oh, that's cool.
Yeah.
Have you played any of it?
Think about it.
Like
the
first 3?
Yeah, I played the first 3.
Yeah.
I liked them in reverse order. I thought 1 was the best, 2 was a good game, but not as good, and 3 was like meh. 3 had an ending that made people rage quit the entire series.
I don't know. I haven't followed any of it, to be honest.
Do you care about major spoilers in games?
No, I don't care about spoilers and anything. I'll still watch it and play it. You're not gonna keep me from enjoying it on my own, kind of thing. I don't get why people get so bent out of shape about it.
Oh, I hate it. I fucking get furious with certain things. Like, if you were to tell me what character died in Game of Thrones before I saw it, I'd fucking block you and ban you, like that kind of thing. So in Mass Effect, you create a character at the beginning and you develop the character, and your save files carry through from game to game. So it's the same hero that through 1, and a lot of your partners and stuff, like your other characters are like, people from the first game. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
So like you can develop your character through the first game, and then you continue the second game with the same character, and then you continue the third game with the same character. And then at the end of the third game, there are like 3 ending options, like 3 ways you get to like make a choice, and all the endings resulted in your character like dying, basically. And I know people literally rage quit the entire franchise. It's one of the only times I can think of in history where a game went back and redid some of the ending to like just to make people happy, because people were furious, like just losing their minds, furious.
Did they re-release a different ending just because people didn't like the outcome?
Yeah, they added more ending options through DLC.
Oh.
They made a DLC. Well, they made it like a free DLC. You know what I mean? That added, like, oh, you don't have to just destroy, Commander Shepard that you've been like going to war with for fucking 160 hours of your life now.
Mm-hmm.
I mean,
so
the first game. Well, go ahead.
Oh, go ahead. I was gonna say, I'm assuming you were deeply saddened by the way the Game of Thrones ended.
Game of Thrones?
Yeah, I know it's totally unrelated, but
I
just people hated the ending, or at least the decisions they were making. I have never watched any of it.
I actually kind of like it. Like when I forget what the kid's name is now, the handicapped kid that became the owl or whatever, or the 3-eyed raven.
Sure, I have no idea.
You know what I'm talking about, though. The brother that broke his back, and then he
idea.
Went through the. Did you see Game of Thrones?
No, none of it.
Oh! Why not? Just because people like it? Are you one of those guys?
No, I just don't have. I didn't have HBO.
Do you like medieval fantasy though, like Magic and Knights in Armor and shit like that?
I'd try it. I don't know if I never got into it.
It's, in my opinion, one of the most, like, there are certain, even if you don't love it, there are certain works of art that have been created that are so like unique, and just the effort and the quality was so high that I feel like people should experience it even if they don't love every minute of it. And Game of
Mhm.
Thrones is like, to me, like, I don't know, it's not fair to say like not watching Game of Thrones is like not watching The Sopranos or something, because The Sopranos was not as, it was great, but it wasn't as unique, as Game of Thrones.
Mhm.
But like it's that good, you know. And I mean it is brutal, dude. Fucking brutal. HBO was not playing around. Unfortunately, though, the first season or two was basically me and my girlfriend joke around and called it game of male penis, like game of penis, because
Yeah.
like they wanted to prove that like, oh, we're not just gonna show boobs, like we're gonna have some dick swinging, like
Yeah, they had the
so,
ability to do that with HBO.
yeah, exactly. But no, I mean it was in the beginning of it. There's so many characters in so many locations that it's very hard to wrap your head around, like geographically where people are in the scene that you're watching and like who they are, But like as
Mhm.
you once you learn the characters and start to get that, like, oh, King's Landing is here and the North is here and the Wall is here, like you start to get a feel. You can even look up maps online, and it helps a lot, like to understanding what the fuck, like where people are. But then from a cinematography standpoint, there are some like masterpiece scenes in that show, just masterpiece.
Yeah, you're definitely giving me a reason to take the time to watch it. But well, we have it through my parent or my girlfriend's parents, so I should probably give it a try. How long is an episode? I kind of tap
I
out
think they're an
after
hour. I think they're an hour
half
each.
an
I think
hour.
they're an hour an episode. I think they're an hour an episode.
Okay. I'd have to have some patience and try to bust through
You
it.
can always write it. You can always watch a show in two pieces. Like I tend to be very ADD. Sometimes I watch movies in three sittings.
Oh, okay. Yeah, that sounds very much me. Is that I think about doing something else like the dishes or something.
Mm-hmm.
Did you like Twin Peaks?
I didn't watch it at all. Not a single like bit of it.
I tried it and I couldn't. Like only the pilot was the
Are you talking
longest
about the
one.
original or like a remake one? Because I know there
Yeah,
was when I was a kid in the '80s, it was a Twin Peaks.
yeah, the original.
Yeah, okay. Didn't
That's
they
always
like
like
revisit that show like in the last 10 years or something?
they gave it another episode or like a finishing episode, I guess.
Oh, they just wrapped it up.
Yeah.
That's funny.
The fuck.
Yeah. I mean, I liked How I Met Your Mother. I watched the whole show. The Office, I've seen every episode like 3 times at least, and then some episodes 5 times, that kind of thing. I thought those were great.
Mhm. Those are like an easily digestible kind of show though, compared to
Yeah, they're
something
half-hour
serious and
comedy.
sci-fi.
Yeah.
Like sci-fi,
It's so
it
funny when people
challenges your
call-
imagination.
When people call like medieval sci-fi, it's funny. It always like throws you off for a second because a lot of people like label sci-fi as like space, and
Yeah.
it's not. It's not at all.
Because I would, yeah, the moment you introduce a dragon, I mean, yeah, anything kind of rustic and medieval, historically happened, but the moment you introduce something of
Yeah.
science, or I don't know, it's not really of
Well,
science,
you know
but
what-
like
you know
a
what
dragon.
you know what I think I'm thinking? I feel like when I was a kid, the category for books like that would be science fiction and fantasy.
Mm-hmm.
And there
Yeah,
was
yeah,
like
fantasy.
science fiction meant like science stuff, like space and stuff, and then fantasy was like your wizards and lightning bolts and shit.
Yeah, that makes sense. Yeah, it makes more sense than calling it science fiction. But I guess, like, I know, who am I thinking of? Who did The Tower?
The Tower? Are you talking about the book? What's
Yeah,
his name?
Was it Stephen
not
King?
Steven Spielberg. Stephen King. Didn't he do the Tower books?
Yeah, and I was about
The
to,
Dark
because,
Tower.
yeah, The Dark Tower. Isn't that,
I didn't read them, but
is it fantasy or is that science fiction? Or
I
is
don't
it
know. See,
just,
I don't know enough about the books to like. So like, all right, Hitchhiker's Guide to the Galaxy to me, science fiction.
Because it's space.
Lord of the Rings. No, well, how do you get to space? There's always technology in those. There's always science and technology in those movies that's allowing what's happening, as opposed to magic. Usually, Whereas Lord of the Rings, clearly fantasy. Like no one gives a shit about trajectories and re-entry burns and like. But I get it. Science fiction clearly encompasses both, Right now, I'm actually listening. I listen to a lot of Audible during the daytime.
Mm-hmm.
It sounds like an ad for Audible. And I've been listening to I love mechs, like, Gundam, things like that. Like, I love mech stuff.
Mm-hmm.
So I have this book of this series of sci-fi books that I'm listening to called The Messenger. And it's fucking, they're so sick. If you like sci-fi, like mech shooters and stuff like that, it's so insane.
Terry
It's like
McGurf.
Huh?
Is it
What's McGurf?
I was trying to look for it, but that might not be it.
Oh no, The Messenger, Cheney Maggart, yeah. Maggart and Cheney. I think it's two guys that write it together.
I see. Terry Maggart and J.N. Cheney.
Yeah. It's on. Some of them were on. I think are on Amazon if you have like the Kindle Unlimited thing. And then I think the newer ones are only on Audible. But dude, I fucking love mechs and shit like that. And that book just scratches your itch, Like space stations and technology and fucking mechs and, evil. But they literally blatantly ripped a lot of the storyline from Mass Effect.
Oh,
to
okay.
the point where they even use some of the words. Like there's these enemy mechs they call Harbingers. And in the Mass Effect 3, like the galaxy was about to be destroyed by the Harbingers.
Isn't Arbiter also a term in Halo?
Harbinger? I don't know.
Oh, you said Harbinger. I thought you said Arbiter.
No. Harbinger. I wonder if it's like a sci-fi meaning. No, just as a person or thing that announces the signal or signals the approach of another. But that's not,
Yeah.
That's not what they meant as the Harbinger in those games. Yeah, Mass Effect was cool because it was like it made like a reasonable explanation for how mankind went from where we are to like traveling the entire universe, And it's like pretty sick. It's pretty sick. We like we're within our own solar system and we are exploring and we discover this thing called a mass relay. And it's an ancient alien technology that like other like alien races use to like travel massive distances around the universe, like literally to like star systems that are thousands of light years away. So it's like it gives an excuse for how mankind figured out how to travel the universe,
Mm-hmm.
Like as opposed to like we're clearly stuck here, like we suck,
Do you like
space
anything?
stuff?
I don't.
Like real space kind of shit.
I don't really think about it too much or read into it too much. It'd probably be interesting if I did, because I was just about to ask you if you ever got into H.P. Lovecraft or any of that sci-fi.
What does H.P. Lovecraft write?
He was from Massachusetts and he wrote about all I really know is Cthulhu is what he's known for.
Oh, I always see people reference Cthulhu, but I've never read it. No, I've never read any of his stuff.
But I believe he wrote about his idea around space travel. I guess he was born in Rhode Island.
Yeah. In 1890. You old nigga.
Humanity wasn't. I thought he wrote about like space travel and his idea around astrology a little bit.
Yeah, the just the scope of shit is so fucking insane, you know, and some of the numbers, you know, are just so mind blowing to people, you know. It's hard to wrap your head around how far space goes in comparison to us and how many stars and galaxies there are out there. It's just our brains aren't equipped to process it, you know.
Hmm.
Like the deep. You ever heard of the Hubble Ultra Deep Field Image?
Nope. Hubble's a telescope. I know that, but I don't know.
All right, so I know you're obviously a little bit of a scientific dude.
Yeah,
Imagine
somewhat.
if you were to hold out a grain of sand between your fingers at arm's length, right?
Hmm.
And imagine how much of the night sky, from your perspective, that one grain of sand would make up. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like how small of a chunk of the night sky that is. And in that one, oh, and by the way, they specifically chose a pitch black part of the sky where there was like nothing that we knew of, you know? And they captured images from objects that are so far away that the photons that we're viewing, that we're imaging, left that star 14 billion years ago and arrived now for us to take that picture, you know? Like, it's fucking 14 billion years later and it hits our telescope, you know? Like, what? And in that one image, that one grain of sand on the sky, right? There were more stars than there are grains of sand on the planet Earth.
Was that not a reference in a movie? I feel like I've heard that concept of there's more stars than grains of sand.
Yeah, well, it's a number it's a fact that's thrown around. It's true, you know, like it's part of like astrophysics. Like the idea that the sun is an insignificant star in an insignificant galaxy, and we are a bullshit rock flying around it. You know what I mean? The idea that the sheer numbers out there that we'd be alone, it's like it's insane. It's asinine, you know. To think that like that molecular puzzle could only happen once, you know, in the whole universe. The only problem is that at our current, like the way our current technology, we can never get anywhere. We're kind of stuck. We're trapped in our little tiny section of the universe, you know.
We have the two billionaires trying to fight it out for who can get further.
Yeah. The two billionaires. Who's the other one fighting with them?
I thought it was Bezos and Musk.
Oh, Bezos. Why is Bezos trying to go to Mars also or something now?
Oh, you haven't seen his rocket ship that looks like a cock?
The cocket ship?
Oh,
No.
the cocket ship. Yeah, look it up. It has a head and everything.
That's so funny. Bezos rocket.
It's like a Bezos rocket ship, and it has like a you know.
Why does that look like a flying dildo?
It's trying to show masculinity. It's trying to show that he's gonna be the one who gets us to further in space or to Mars, and he's gonna do it because he has power, and it'll be cock in hand.
Cock in hand. I wonder why they chose to make it look like a dick. That can't have been an accident.
I don't know. It to me, anything phallic, that comes to Freudian and all of that, it all comes back to males showing dominance by phallic imagery.
Yep.
So to me, it's
I mean, listen,
it's suggestive.
I used to do track days on a sport bike, and I understand why people say it's like a dick extension.
What a
coming out
weirdo.
coming out of a corner on at a racetrack at 125, dragging a knee. You know what I mean? Like that is more intense than any sex you've ever had in your life. I guarantee it. It's not even close when it comes to like intensity level. But I don't know. I'd love to do some track riding again one day, but I'm too scared to ride sport bikes on the street anymore. I don't want to get killed. Like,
where are you in relation to the city? Do you have to work? Like, is it a lot of back roads?
no, I live in like a relatively dense suburb. You know, like my city is basically divided into 50 by 100 lots, and I'm like half an hour from my office in Manhattan driving. So, and a lot of the lots, like all the lots on my block, are like 6-family buildings. You know.
Yeah.
So, pretty dense, you know, like parallel parking and, you know, all that kind of shit. I would say more dense than like, do you live near Boston?
I'm like 10 minutes from the line of it.
Do you know Winthrop by the beach, that area?
Up near is it near Gloucester?
I don't know. It's right across the bay from the airport. But I'd say like it's more dense than that, you know? I don't know how to explain that.
Winthrop, Mass. Oh, okay. So it's near Revere and Chelsea. Yeah. Okay. Yeah, it's like city suburbs
Yeah.
versus like,
Yeah.
you know, rich suburbs out
Yeah.
30-40 minutes from the city. It's like Queens or something.
I mean, if you Google image search Yonkers, New York, it's pretty. I'd say the Yonkers, New York.
I heard
YO.
Yonkers. What was the first part of that?
I said if you Google search Yonkers, New York,
Oh, okay. I thought you said
some of the
something else.
images are very representative of like. That's funny. Like the one that says Park Hill, Yonkers, New York, a secret neighborhood. That's like down the hill from my house. You see those like bigger houses that are like side by side? Most of those have been turned into like apartments now, you know?
Yeah, that's the case for a lot of Boston too. You'll see those small houses next to big buildings, and soon enough they get destroyed because people want to move into them, or you know, build up in their plot.
Yonkers has a lot of huge old houses that were like, you know, 100 years ago it was one giant house, and now it's 4 apartments, you know? There's a lot of that. And then the newer stuff on the river is like big buildings, you know? It's funny, I've never Google image search in a city to see what like, you know, what it looks like.
I really don't understand what it is in terms of, like, is it literally just this corner right here? Is this Yonkers right here?
I can't see where you're looking at because I.
That's Hudson
can't-
Park
I'm on my
design.
phone.
Yeah, never mind.
Yeah, when I Google image searched it, like that Park Hill, Yonkers, New York, you know, that's with the statue. That's like a corner in a busy area, you know.
Oh, okay.
But all those like 3-story houses that are side by side. That's kind of like that's the neighborhood I live in. And then North
Okay,
Yonkers
yeah, I see what you're saying.
has like you know decent sized private houses.
Mhm.
Where I live is kind of funny. It's like a borderline ghetto that borders on like multi-million-dollar private homes.
Yeah, that's very much South Boston.
I mean, they are literally like like you walk a block.
Yeah, because where the hospital is,
Mm-hmm.
basically, no, that's is that Harrison? I always forget. Yeah, there's Harrison and Albany, and that's between those two streets is Boston Medical, and that's where a lot of the heroin use is. But right on the other side of Harrison is where all the wealth is.
When people do heroin outside the hospital,
Pretty much, yeah.
they pass out. They just get dragged inside.
For the most part, because there's a what do you want to call it? A needle exchange next to the hospital.
There's a what's it called? There's a methadone clinic, and like I know exactly where it is, and it's really funny because if you drive by it in the morning, there'll be like a line of people waiting to get their medicine.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, in New York, you can actually walk into a pharmacy and buy needles.
It's pretty wild.
Not over the not like you have to go to the counter. Like you have to go to the pharmacy, or you don't need a prescription, but you have to go to the pharmacy.
I think, yeah, it's always a heated debate on whether or not we should be giving away syringes and needles, but it's one of those things that people abuse it, and they'll probably just turn to more aggressive acts if they don't have them and harm themselves and others and get infected.
Honestly, I don't think people have any place telling adults what they should or shouldn't do with their body, really.
Yeah.
Personally. Like, you're gonna spend money trying to prevent a drug addict from doing drugs? Like, good luck with that, bro.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it's a lost cause for the most part.
Don't get me wrong. If a person wants to enter rehab, I'm all for my tax dollars going to help them. You know what I mean? But like enforcement, like paying money for police to like let's say a police officer busts a heroin addict and spends 3 hours of his night between like processing them, bringing them in, and this and that. It's like, are you telling me I just spent like $200 to bust a crackhead for being a crackhead? You know, like I don't know about
Yeah.
that one.
And for the moment they get released, they'll be right back on the street.
Yeah, no, don't get me wrong. You catch that crackhead in somebody's house trying to steal something, yeah, we gotta spend the time to arrest you. You know, we gotta be fucked up, homie. If we, Captain Crack Sparrow.
What?
Did you not see the Crack Sparrow thing that I sent you the other day on your Discord?
Oh, I think I did.
Yeah, Crack Sparrow, or Jack Sparrow.
Was it in
That
the?
cracked me up.
Oh yeah. It was that you like uploaded a video. That's what it was.
Yeah, it's like you must be the worst. It's like you are definitely the worst crackhead I've ever seen. And it's like Crack Sparrow. But you've heard of me. And the way he literally looks like fucking Crack Sparrow.
He looks like Crack Sparrow, is what you're saying.
Well, that's the joke. Jack Sparrow. He looks like Jack Sparrow, Johnny Depp's character.
Oh, I know. That's why I was laughing, because it's like there is no such thing as Crack Sparrow. But if there was one, he would look like it.
Yeah. There used to be these people who come into my girlfriend's job, and she called him Captain Crack. I thought that was pretty funny. I don't know. What do you think? Should I do some more Shadowgate runs tonight? Since they're only a half an hour each, 20 minutes each.
Yeah, I don't see why not. You get Lost Wolf in there.
You know, were you that cabinet that I see you designing? Well, I saw you before I switched over to Discord.
Mm-hmm.
I thought your current one's like a tabletop setup.
Oh no, I'm doing this for a client. A friend of a friend is interested in me building him one.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, the one that I have I'll continue to use because I don't have the space for something.
What the hell that costs?
Well, so far I have it to 1300.
Without a computer?
No, with the computer.
Where are you cutting the corners?
Where am I cutting the corners? Oh, I was like, what do you mean? So only 8 gigs of RAM. Only It's only a the graphics card I'm looking at is just the GT 1030 and only an i5.
Yeah. No, I mean for the older for arcade stuff that won't
Yeah,
matter. I mean,
exactly.
all that is fine. But I mean,
So-
are you doing 4 players or 2 players? 2 players?
2-player, yeah.
Let's think. You got what? 4, 12, 48, 60. Interface boards, 200. What kind of monitor?
You're estimating at only 12?
No, I said what kind of monitor?
Oh, I thought you said you're under. It's I'm just gonna do a smart TV, a 32-inch.
I mean, no, because me and my friend were looking at rebuilding his 4-player one, a modern one, and we very quickly hit like thousands of bucks. You know, when we started adding up like the real, app controls, competition joysticks. We need 24 buttons. Plus all the spares is like 30. 2 new interface boards are $100 each. Because he wants to use there's that crazy interface board that works with like everything. It works like PS4, PS5. Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, but so he's looking to pretty much emulate anything or use Steam and stuff. Your friend?
Yeah.
Yeah, the person that I'm building for, it's just something for him and his kid, and it's not to stretch the bank, but also something that might be able to play some new fighters.
Are you gonna build the whole thing?
Yeah.
Do you have like table saws and shit like that? And, like,
yeah. Well, not at my apartment. I do have a handsaw, like a one of those miniature circular saws, by
skill saw or whatever.
I forget the brand. I when I made my arcade, it's Works. I have a 4.5-inch circular saw.
Yep.
But when I made the one that I play on now, I made it here. Yeah, I don't have the space to do it here, so I'm going to my dad's.
Oh, when he has like a table saw.
Yeah. And I got him a router for Christmas one Christmas, and I should be able to get a good look on this.
Do you cut the T-molding slots and stuff, or you don't have anything really to do that?
I don't think so. We might pick something up. I don't know what we'll do. Or if we even will.
What you honestly can do, if you don't want to do T-molding, is you can put a very small, corner bit, like a rounded, I forget how they call it, a rounded bit in the router. A really small one, though, like a 1/4-inch radius or something, and just radius the outside edge of the wood before you paint it,
Yeah,
so
or I
could edge.
Just use like a Dremel.
Yeah, I just meant, to get it. I mean, since you're going to have a big flat sheet, put a bit in your router. You bought a guy a router. You need the one with the little, the roller bearing thing on the end so that it doesn't gouge, and just fucking put a beautiful little clean, rolled edge on it.
Oh, and the other thing that would be cutting the cost is that I'm doing MDF instead of actual wood.
Yeah.
But I figured you assumed that's probably what they use for those the kits that your friend bought.
Yep. Yeah, it's not even. I mean, those aren't even MDF. Those are fucking whatever they call
particle board.
Yeah, like compressed laminate particle board or whatever.
Yeah.
But the only thing of working with the kits, it's expensive. Like the kit we used, I think was $500 or something like that.
Yeah.
But it comes with like all the T-molding slots are cut for you, like all the like the dowel holes and stuff, and the hole for the coin door is already cut. Like.
And it sounds like he wanted something that when he built it, it wouldn't be second guessed, or it's the finished thought. Versus I'm not making this on a low end, but it's something that could be upgraded if this person was really interested.
When we built it the first time, it cost $2,500.
Shit.
But that's a $500 computer, $600 monitor, $600 wood kit. So let's just start there, you know.
Yeah, exactly.
Then
Yeah.
add in an amp, speakers, marquee light, custom marquee, you know,
Yeah.
a queen door. We also bought all the buttons and stuff one at a time, all half control stuff.
Because
Are
what
you
I'll
doing
probably
are you doing the American style buttons and stuff, or like the Sandwa setup kind of thing?
no, I think I'm just gonna do regular or just the Hap. What did I pick out?
You know dude. You know the best place in the U.S. to get Hap arcade parts?
Where
Micro Center.
they are? Yeah, I was gonna replace the switches in all of mine, but I didn't really care that much because the ones that I have are not really they're responsive, but they don't, you know, they're not as sturdy.
Yeah. Hap joysticks and buttons are, well, especially the joysticks. A Hap competition joystick is not a Hap competition joystick all the time. There's 2 build locations. I can't remember where. One of them is like Spain or France, which is the good one, and then the other one's a different location. And oddly enough, the ones that they sell in Micro Center are the good ones, and the ones you order on most websites are the trash ones, which is fucking wonky, you know. Yeah, my friend bought the same kid actually bought a tank stick for playing some of the newer stuff, and he fucking hates it because the joystick was in it, you know. Like, he's good at fighting games, and he's just like, yo, I can't fucking use this joystick. Like, I literally can't even do some moves, like, properly, you know.
At least for, the client that I have, I feel like on the lower end, it should be fine.
Yeah, well, not for nothing. Most of the time we talk about a father-son, they want to play, like, fucking Prisoners of War and, like, Akari Warriors and shit.
Yeah, it's not anything professional or, like, you know, competitive level.
That's funny, I just said Akari Warriors, and Akari Warriors is very hard to get working on a home arcade.
I don't know if I know that game.
Akari Warriors, like a 2-player arcade shooter, overhead shooter. But it used you know those rotational joysticks where it was a joystick, but it also turned so that you could like rotate your character as well as move them with one joystick.
I think I've seen that in person. It's kind of like what they have for the, like, it's just a disc that you can spin, but it was also a joystick.
Yeah, I think it was actually an upright joystick, like a Hap joystick. Like, it looked like a normal Hap joystick, but it turned, which is my understanding of it. But yeah, so you can't rotate your character, you know, unless you like played it as a dual stick shooter or something, you know, with another button, like dual sticks and then a trigger, maybe, you know. You got me curious now if I can get a picture of it, Akari Warriors arcade cabinet.
I'm just looking for it by description. Let me see if I can. Yeah, you're right about just looking up Akari Warriors.
Yeah, I found one. So the joystick is like a barrel shape. It's like an octagonal barrel shaped joystick.
No, is it yellow? Is the one that you're looking at yellow?
Yep, the buttons are yellow and the joysticks are yellow. So those joysticks rotate as well as they're 8-way plus rotation.
Oh, there it is.
Yeah, there's another picture that shows one really close up. They ran so late. Just everything happened late. The kids were out playing late, and then we had dinner late. And, you know, like the day just got away.
So does that mean no Shadowgate?
I mean, if it's Shadow, I can play some Shadowgate runs. That takes like, you know, like I said, 20 minutes a run. Yeah. But it was funny last night. My first run, I hadn't played Shadowgate in like a couple of months. My first run, I didn't make any mistakes, and my second run was terrible.
Yeah.
I was like, how did that happen? Like my warm up run was great, you know, and then I did a timed run and forgot like fucking a million things.
The pressure of being timed. Are you trying to do like get records down like ROM hack?
No, just PBs. No, just PBs.
Yeah, yeah.
It's too optimized to grind for like world record. Like I think my fastest time is like 18:35, and I think the world record's around 10 minutes.
Are you gonna start putting a timer in your stream like ROM hack does?
I had a timer for my second run last night. I gotta figure out how to use that live split software that everybody uses.
I'm sure ROM hack would be happy to show you.
It like annoys me, the live split software.
In terms of not using it before, or other people using it?
No, the interface. The interface is like annoying. Like it's not intuitive.
Oh.
You know the way like homebrew software sometimes like the person who wrote it knew what all the functions were, so they didn't realize how clunky they were making it. You know, because like, well, it does everything I thought it needed to do. You know, and it's like, yeah, but it's not labeled. And like, why is that feature here instead of there? And this would make more sense in that contextual menu. Like, it's just.
Yeah, it wasn't intuitive to anybody but the person who wrote it.
It's very homebrew feeling, you know?
Yeah.
Like, it reminds me of Visual Basic programs that people would make back in like 2002, you know?
Mm-hmm.
You're a straight up programmer, right? Like full blown.
I'm like a junior level, but yeah.
What like a language do you work in, and what do you know?
Primarily, so it's a split between Java and Salesforce has their own version of Java called Apex.
Yeah.
And then if there's any UI work that I have to do, it'd just be JavaScript or Angular or we have programs in React, but I personally don't do anything in React. And then, you know, obviously HTML.
Wait, so are you one of those companies that makes a ton of money by like setting up a custom rollout of Salesforce for a company?
No, so the person who started the company was a truck driver, and he saw the potential in kind of spinning up software that's specialized for what he knows trucking to be all about. And he partnered with people that knew how to write back-end software, and then they didn't have the manpower at the time to do any front-end development, or at least, house the data, so they just used Salesforce to start. And then we've dug ourselves such a hole with Salesforce that we just haven't been able to get off of it, but the plan is to get off of it.
Like your own servers instead of theirs and stuff like that.
Yeah, we have services through Azure and AWS. It's just that we have so many different clients, and we've offered so many variations of our software to try to get companies to buy into our product. Like, then they'll do the whole song and dance of, oh, that's great and all, but we'd love it if you could write some financial aspect to it, something that an ERP is not meant for. But and then of course they made empty promises, and now we've dug ourselves such a big hole.
So in my industry, there is a software company that specialized around the business. Do you know what a manufacturer's representative is?
Not off the top of my head, other than somebody who would speak to the client, the customer, about the product instead of the person who actually manufactured it.
Basically, sure. So let's say you live in Boston and you start up Tiny Arcade Lighting, and you sell lighting, and you're fucking killing it in Boston. You're killing it. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But you want the architects in New York to start using your product. So you have two choices. You could hire a remote person that lives in New York and you're going to get as much as they can do, or you can try to remotely manage your own sales force and then you're going to have people that are like dicking around and you know what I mean? Or you can hire a company territory. Sorry, my headphones died. Are you there?
Yep, I can hear you.
So you could hire a company in that territory that essentially represents you. They are your like sales front end,
Yeah.
So that's what we do.
Oh, okay.
Hang on, I put another headset in. I'm hoping it'll connect. You back? Where are you?
Yeah, I can hear you. I don't know if you can hear me though.
Yeah, are you there?
Yep.
Oh, hang on. My headphone didn't connect to the right thing. Hang on. You there now?
Yeah.
I gotta leave and come back. Hang on. Oh my god. You there?
Yeah, I can hear you.
Yeah, probably shit. Discord does not handle reconnecting and disconnecting Bluetooth devices very well. What the hell was I saying? Oh, okay. So we're one of those companies. We're a manufacturer rep. We represent like 45 companies in our marketplace. So each one of them has to we do order paperwork for them. We go out and sell their product. We quote it, yada, 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 right? And we have to track it, track our commissions, enter shipping information. We have to track our entire business. And there's a couple of companies, basically two companies, that have specifically catered to our industry. And so the leader in the space, they basically, if half of their customers are saying we need this change, then they'll make it, but they won't cater their software basically for individual customers because then they have to maintain 700 versions of their software and check compatibility across 700 versions. You know what I mean? So they essentially they force us to yes, we will. All your businesses are essentially doing the same thing. So we're going to create a system that is the most efficient way to do it. And you might not agree with us, but in the long run, we're going to prove that it is more efficient than the way you want to do it. That kind of thing.
Yeah.
But then again, I have a feeling that their potential customers are not as big as your potential customers. It's a different.
I mean, that's the whole supply and demand kind of idea. The only reason we promised the customers that we have today what we did, the efforts that we could put in and the variations of what we can do and stretching our resources was just to get them on board so they would buy our product, and then we have them, and now we have to continue to uphold their silly requests just so we don't piss them off and have them go elsewhere.
Is there a lot of competition though in your are there a lot of big competitors offering what you're offering?
Yeah, so our company that I started working for last year was bought by one of the larger companies.
Got you.
And so now our parent company is one of the main competitors against all the other main competitors. Because we do trucking intelligence and scheduling and finances and anything from the shipper aspect to the client, everything from the person who's driving the truck to the person who's sitting at the depot scheduling where the truck is going is what our software handles.
Got you. So your Penn and your fucking all those huge trucking companies, global logistics and shit.
Yeah.
I got you. Yeah. See their potential business, their lighting reps are not as big our business is not as big a business as a big trucking company.
Mm-hmm.
So we can't make the same demands upon our software vendors that they can. we've actually gotten mad and been like, we're gonna go elsewhere, and they're like, yeah, okay.
Is that the noise you made at them?
Yeah. Yeah. You know what's funny is it's like no secret that there's if somebody were to like make a competing product that was like cleaner, that they would get their fucking lunch eaten tomorrow. Literally tomorrow, you know.
Yeah.
But that's funny, dude. You should write a rep management program on the side and fucking sell it.
Have a and receive a cease and assist letter about a competing product I'm making.
Why?
Oh, I don't know. I'm just saying, like
Why can not more than one company make a like a software to service a business market?
Yeah.
There's two companies anyway. There's Sales Assistant Wizard, Saw, and then there's Oasis, which is made by a company called InGen Software, which is fucking hysterical if you're old enough to remember where InGen Software comes from.
Yeah, I don't.
InGen was the biological company in the first Jurassic Park, the company that was like splicing DNA to make the dinosaurs.
Oh, okay.
Sorry, I go quiet suddenly because I'm smoking.
So again, you went quiet because of what?
I said sorry, I go quiet suddenly because I'm smoking as I'm talking.
Oh, no worries.
Did you guys get legal weed in Massachusetts already?
Yeah.
Like stores are already open, or?
A lot of people are pushing back. We have plenty of dispensaries. They're just kind of spread out.
What do you mean people are pushing back?
I just know some towns don't want their little humble community to be tainted by the selling of marijuana.
So there were townships that are trying to stop the businesses from opening?
Yeah. And sometimes it actually pans out, but for the most part, I mean, some of the towns that I wouldn't expect to have dispensaries do.
You keep saying dispensaries. I thought you guys got legal recreation, like actual stores. Or do they still call them dispensaries? Because dispensary to me is like the medical, model, where you have to go in with your card,
I don't believe you need a medical card. I don't personally buy anything. I don't think you need to have any reason other than you just have to schedule an appointment.
Yeah, see, we're getting straight up recreational, like stores. And on-premises consumption. Like, you can make a smoking lounge if you wanted to.
Oh, that's cool.
I mean,
have a little cigar bar kind of thing.
Have you ever been in a cigar club, like a private one?
I've been in a store that was it's like a head shop, but it's also a cigar bar. But I've never been to one personally.
Private cigar clubs tend to be like very opulent, like marble and fine woods and a nice bar and you know what I mean, really, really like done to the T,
Yeah.
I think it would be cool if somebody did that experience with like weed. Like in your average, like in those private cigar clubs, you can rent a little locker. It's like this beautiful little drawer, and you can keep your cigars and stuff in there. Like imagine if you were a member of like a weed club where you could just like go to your drawer and take out your stuff, like.
Yeah, that'd be convenient. Have your stash just, ready for you to sit down and hang out with some friends.
Mm-hmm. It's gonna be interesting. I think we're also gonna get like middle-aged people throwing up in the streets and stuff because they haven't smoked weed in 20 years and they don't know what the hell,
They'll be smoking Snoop Dogg's grain of marijuana.
Back in the day, Snoop Dogg, he was on the Joe Rogan show and he was talking about, he had some trouble with weed and his kids and stuff like that. Like the government was trying to get up his ass because he's like he was like almost a pot celebrity. And he's raising kids at home, and it was funny. He was talking to Joe Rogan about how he got it resolved, and he was like, Joe, the thing is, you see, I went to see this doctor, and this guy He told me I was sick, and I didn't even know it. And you know the crazy thing, Joe Rogan? He told me I'm gonna be sick for the rest of my life. And I was like, that's pretty funny. That's how he started getting his medical, you know, before they had the recreational.
I mean, there are some comedians that tell that story that try to buy weed and they're like, oh, I got eye problems.
Yeah, dude. When I got my medical card, my doctor's exam was on Skype, and I told him I had back pain, and he asked me if marijuana helps. I said yes. He goes, all right, well, we're gonna prescribe you marijuana.
Yeah,
Isn't that funny?
It sounds exactly like the story that the comedians tell.
Yeah. Yeah. Tom Segura has a good one about that, where he's like
I
worried
think
about
that's-
what he's gonna say.
Yeah, I think that's the one I'm referencing.
Yeah.
Where it's like the whole story is about how he's listening through the wall or something.
Yeah. Yeah.
And he's like, I could have just fucking, like, the person after me has nothing prepared and just said, I forget what the story was, but he's like wishing he had something prepared.
Makes
And,
me feel better, you know, something like that.
yeah.
I mean, I don't know. Listen, there have been studies about the use. I mean, there's a reason why the medical thing worked, and it was a way that we got weed in, you know?
Yeah.
Because it fucking worked for a lot of shit. Like, a lot of shit. I saw this video with this guy that has like a seizure disorder, where he like constantly shakes and shit like that, you know?
Yeah, and when he smokes, I think I've seen the same thing.
Yeah, and you like fucking.
It helps with
within a
Tourette's. It
couple of
helps.
minutes. Yeah.
It helps with a lot of neuro brain waves, and I can't even say the word, neurological aspects. I don't know. I was having such a hard time saying that.
You know what's weird? It both helps with anxiety and causes anxiety. Like, depending on the person.
Yeah, that's one of the reasons I don't smoke, is because I have pretty bad anxiety and it does not help.
Do you have like social anxiety or general anxiety? Or?
I don't know. I guess I would say social. I don't know. I haven't been diagnosed with anything.
Well, I mean,
When does it come on?
yeah, like does it, like you're talking like chest crushing anxiety, like
No,
like
not like.
you know?
No, it's not anything crippling, and it's not anything that keeps me from just being able to speak in public. Or I mean, I have stage fright like nobody's business, but I think a lot of people do in some respects.
Yeah, that's something I think humans need to learn to get over. Like you have to do it, you know. I think stage fright is very natural.
But I do get in my head in terms of, you know, how I go about my day. I judge myself based off of other people around me. It's more anxiety in terms of I guess it's like the paired anxiety with like depression, like the kind of anxiety that makes you second guess yourself, and you kind of hold back on things because you don't think you're going to do a well enough job about it, so sometimes things just don't get done, or that kind of anxiety.
Yeah. You know, it's funny.
I don't know
You fall prey to a mental trap. I don't know this. Hang on, I want to say goodnight to my dad. I'll be right back. Yeah. Yo.
Yeah, I'm still here.
So there's a, and I won't badger you with stuff like this because I know that like sometimes people's opinions, it's like no one asks you, you know what I mean? But I had some issues that I've gotten over, you know what I mean? So I share what I can. But
there's like a. Hang on, I'm gonna lose you in the hallway for a second. Just hang out there. So there are certain pitfalls that human beings can fall into, like mental. I don't know how to explain it. Like games you can play with yourself that can cause depression, or they can make you unhappy in general, or they can benefit your life or not. You know what I mean? And if you look up online, there's one called inferring intent. And inferring intent is when you try to figure out why somebody said something without having enough information to know why they said it. And there's no positive outcome from that, because you're never going to, if somebody says something and you're like, why'd they say that to me, you know, and you start thinking about it, you're never going to come to a positive outcome, but you will very often come to a negative one. So it's like, if you in general don't try to figure out why people do stuff, don't like analyze their motive, you'll be happier, you know. That's kind of oversimplified, but
no, I get what you're saying.
But it's
wouldn't
like,
mind reading into it too.
Yeah, it's called inferring intent. Hang on.
Yeah, I have
it
googled. I almost find it instinctual though.
Yeah, it is. But there's mental tricks though that you can, like exercise. If you can't change that in one day, but if you decide that you're going to stop doing that, and whenever you do catch yourself doing it, you stop, it'll help. Like in the long run, it helps. So it's definitely like my father suffers from anxiety and depression, and he constantly infers intent. Like somebody will ask him a question, and you watch him sit there and try to figure out why you asked before he answers. You know?
Yeah. Okay.
And it's like, well, you're not going to come to like, especially if somebody says something that like maybe is being misconstrued, like online where there's no context and somebody types something. Sometimes somebody will type. So I want to find like an example, so I'm not vague, but like. Somebody will type something and you'll say like, oh, you must be thinking this, or you must be like literally you'll say like, oh, you're asking me that because of this, you know? And it's like, nope, stop that, don't do that. You're only going to come to a conclusion that the person like was doing something shitty, you know?
Yeah. Okay.
You'll never come to the conclusion that like, oh, I misunderstood him and he was just being nice, you know? But no, I had a bout of like really like powerful anxiety. And I don't have social anxiety. I had like, you know, real bad anxiety. And for me personally, I just had to like figure out the shit in my life that was like bothering me, and I had to address it. You know.
What are when you're saying social versus what's the other? What would that anxiety even be? Just general.
Like worrying. Social anxiety involves like you're fine, but if you go to a restaurant and a bunch of people are talking and you have to interact with a bunch of people, you start worrying about why they said that to you, and you think people are conspiring against you even, or like, you know what I mean? Like that kind of, you get very, very nervous around groups of people to the point where you don't even want to do it. Like you find yourself just not wanting to engage in those situations. But general anxiety is more like you wake up in the middle of the night with your heart racing, and you don't know why, or like, and usually in those cases there's like stuff bothering you, like you don't know how you're going to pay your car bill, or you know what I mean, like things like that. Yeah, it's funny, you know the way Windows has multiple desktops.
Mm-hmm.
I have started using, in the morning I open up a new desktop for work, and I don't touch any of my like personal stuff. And then at night I just close that one and go back to all my personal shit that I leave open.
Oh, okay. Yeah, that's smart. I've yet to use that multiple desktop I don't even remember where it is.
I just started using it like I don't know, like a week or two ago, maybe 2 weeks ago. On Windows
there's
10 by
tab?
default.
Oh,
By
it's this right there. It's task view, and then you go to new desktop.
Yeah, exactly.
Okay.
And then you hit Windows Control and then arrow left or arrow right to like quick switch back.
Flip through them. Yeah.
Yeah. Man, it's hot in my kitchen tonight. I've been having some weird. I don't know if Windows 10 updated their like volume mixer software or something, but I'm having some really strange control issues. Like I can't adjust the volume with like the regular volume buttons on my keyboard and stuff.
Huh. That's
Like it
odd.
goes up and down, but the volume doesn't go up and down.
Oh, weird. The thing that I noticed after a Windows update is that now, and it's only on my laptop, not my desktop, there's now this weather, and I was assuming it was part of Windows. Oops. Oh, you're live too?
Yeah. I'm gonna play some Shadowgate. I should go back and finish my Kings of the Beach that I was playing.
Yeah, but there's like this new Windows, or sorry, there's this new weather and news, I don't know what you want to call it, applet type thing that's next to the taskbar now. Unless it just came out of nowhere and it's...
My stream when I opened it, so it was echoing over and over and over again. Yeah, what's funny is the result of this volume problem is that I can't make it low in my headphones while keeping it loud in Twitch Studio, which is pretty annoying.
Just because there's that main driver, that like main amplifier, it's that single source.
No,
so
it's literally like the volume control stopped controlling my headphones. I have to switch back and forth between what I'm controlling, whether I'm controlling the V cable or the speakers, you know, which is fucking annoying. I wonder if I could just yeah, I have noise suppression turned on. Cool. Test 1 2, test 1 2. I don't have my mic close enough. There we go. Alright.
Are you so you are live now?
Yeah.
Is Lost Wolf in your chat yet?
No. I find that if I start this late, he often doesn't show up.
Yeah,
I think he lives in Western Europe. Like
I usually don't.
You know, the UK or something like that.
I usually never catch your stream anymore because you're later than I am. I'm like burn out by the time I'm done streaming.
My kid, we were wrestling and he like ripped the collar of my t-shirt practically. It looks so baggy.
Yeah.
Looks like I'm trying to show off like chest.
Are those new glasses?
Yeah. Oh, you're looking? Yeah. Yeah.
Oh,
I
yeah,
got
nice.
these recently. I have. I still have black pairs also, so I like
Okay.
that both. White to me is like enough that see I still have the black ones, you know. But I bought a new set of black ones and a white pair at the same time because they're so cheap on the site that I buy them from.
Oh, okay. Are they one of those like new age news sites about why would you pay this company so much money when you could be paying us for nothing?
Do you wear glasses?
No, I don't.
So I have definitely spent $200, $300, $400 on glasses.
Mm-hmm.
The black pair that I normally wear is $7 with lenses, no insurance required.
From
And,
Walmart?
No, it's from Zenni Optical.
Okay.
And then the white pair that I'm wearing now, I think was $13.
So $20
I
ain't
didn't
bad.
try to
It's-
remove it. I opened it. I just found a weird. I just found a really strange glitch in this game.
I saw you die, but I didn't see what it was.
Let me see if I can do that again. I opened the book. If I open this, then you die. It doesn't say you remove the book. That's so weird. That's like a mistake. Alright, I'm restarting. I'm not going to put my timer on screen, but I actually do. I am curious. I want to run one. I can't, because I don't have global hotkeys for a Windows timer. I have to lose half a second starting the game. Oh my god, cursor on screen. Have you played any like point and click kind of stuff?
Nothing since a kid, and they were all child games like what you've been playing with your son, like Pajama Sam kind of games that aren't, you know,
That's awesome.
there's no I don't know, what do you want to say, science fiction to it? No, I'm kidding. There's no fantasy to it.
Did you recommend a game to me that was similar to Pajama Sam?
I think somebody else did.
Okay.
Some other streamer. I think I remember you telling me that. I did suggest. I suggested Space Quest.
Oh, that's a Sierra game, right?
Yeah.
Like Police
mhm.
Quest?
Yeah, probably the same franchise.
Yeah. I actually own it. I gotta play that one night when Lost Ghosts around. He like knows those games inside and out.
Yeah.
There's 3 places in this game where you have to backtrack. Two like small backtracks, and then there's a long backtrack. And the first 2, for some reason, I have a tendency to forget like a lot. I guess technically there's 3 backtracks.
I don't think I have the resources to remember anything about a game like that. Like the minor details like you have been. But how many times do you think you've played Shadowgate?
Interesting question.
Triple digits or just double digits?
Double digits. Probably 20, 25, something like that.
Oh, okay.
Because as a
Yeah.
kid, I played through it like sort of once. You know, like it took me years to beat it, kind of thing. And then, when I started streaming, I went back and not even. I over the years, I replayed it like 5 or 6 more times, like just for fun. And then I should switch to Discord on my computer so people could hear it. And then when I started streaming, since I already do the whole game, I was like, well, I'm gonna play through this because it's an old game, And then I started realizing one day I beat it in like 30 minutes, and I was like, I wonder how fast I could beat it. And then I did it in like 25, and then 24, and 20, and I think 18:30 is like my fastest. And that was where I was just like, all right, I'm good. The world record is like just under 10 minutes, I think. And the any percent world record is like 6 or something, 5%, 5 minutes, something like that. This game actually, it sounds so funny to say it, but this game has a credits warp.
So they're gonna credit score? Like how fast you can get through the...
No, a credits warp.
Oh.
Do you know what that is? Like from Super Mario Brothers?
I don't... no I don't. I was trying to think of what you might mean. I was gonna Google it too.
So in Super Mario World and in Super Mario 3, there was what they call a credits warp, where you can set up a condition where it causes the game to load the location of RAM that is the beginning of the ending. So
Okay.
essentially, in the middle of the game, you can just cause the credits to roll, and they call that a credits warp.
Oh, okay.
It has to do with literally causing memory overflows and causing data to be written in places it shouldn't be. The credits warp for this game is actually pretty funny. There's one item in the entire game where, for some reason, the programmers, I don't know why, but every item in the game, when you take it, it's going to disappear in the game, and it's going to show up in your inventory. And for some reason, there's one item in the entire game that, from your inventory, you can take it again, and it'll create a duplicate in your inventory.
Oh, and that fucks up the memory.
Yeah, well, essentially, what you can do, there's a given number of items in the entire game, so they never expected you to have more than, a given number of items, and you can fill up your inventory to the point where you roll out of the inventory and you start writing inventory data to places that shouldn't have inventory data. A lot of convoluted bullshit. Alright, I don't want to lose another run to a torch, so I'm just going to go ahead and use one today.
This island.
Ah,
He meets the eye.
I just want to fucking.
What do you want to do?
Okay, go. My point is that I hope that we can come out with some projects,
Yeah.
and we continue to do short, continue to do long. People like our voice. People think I'm fucking hot. They're like, oh my god, I want to bang him so bad. And so people try and find us
Whoa, I got a life.
references, lead them into our Dark Souls. Our Dark Souls is our claim to fame. Is that it? Oh, he did a push-up.
Yeah, he did a little sit-up.
Let me sit up.
Yeah, you're right. He did a little sit-up.
That's what I meant to say.
I agreed with you though.
Yeah, it tends to happen. You get a
Fucking,
get a
I
boom
got a
de
little boom de ga.
Fine with some
Hup.
caviar, some boom de ga.
Boom de ga.
Boom de ga. It's an art piece.
Dum 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 ding ding. Oh, I got a guy.
A boom de ga.
I don't know what that is.
You don't?
No.
Is that new for you?
Yeah. I don't
Oh,
remember
that
at
was
least.
close.
I think it has something to do with.
No,
Are you kidding
lost
me?
that boom de ga.
Fuck. Fuck, man. Fuck.
Is it like no longer the girl
I don't know,
because
maybe.
of the level?
No, I got the girl one ready.
Oh. Oh, I'm ready.
Doesn't that sound delectable when you get like a big thing of it? It's like.
You need to just take your time.
Oh, I got above it. I wonder if there's a secret up there. No, maybe not.
No more guy Frankenstein monster.
Yep, it's in this one. What the fuck? I think since I already got it,
Turtle.
it doesn't count. It doesn't show up.
Nope.
Hup,
You lost that.
hup. Whoa. Oh, it's another Indiana Jones move.
It doesn't matter, does it? Because it counts down. So you could always
Yeah,
just
but-
like run away.
Oops, this didn't go off.
Does it matter?
Yeah, it counts towards boxes.
Oh.
I'm gonna make a slight effort to get all. Whoa, boxes.
One would hope so, Nick.
Shit. Shit. Oh! I lost the life.
And didn't get a life.
And I lost my boomdiga. Shit. Hiya.
You got this.
Everything's good. I think this one drops.
I don't think I gave this game enough credit.
No, you did
It's
not.
like-
It's so good,
Great
dude.
Side scrolling or side
Platforming, 3D platforming.
side moving.
Dude, I just love the linear levels. I don't like how Mario was so like open. It wasn't okay for my little child brain.
Oh.
Well, I mean,
I like
Mario came down. Oh shit!
I like Sonic.
I got it still.
I ate that shit up.
No, I mean it's like Sonic, but this is the
Like it drops out.
yeah. But I just like the theme of this one. I don't
The
know.
way it's bouncing.
I was a
jingle game.
PlayStation. Oh, the fuck was that? I was a PlayStation kid growing up.
Oh, I had that was the first system I had as well.
Yeah, but you, I feel
It
like
was used. It was a PS1.
I feel like you
a
spent more
PlayStation.
time with
PC games.
no well yeah that and
I never had like
N64.
I never had. It was all at my friend's house. I never
Oh,
had
okay.
one. I never had a system.
Well, no, I would play N64 at my friend's house too,
Yeah.
but Eesh. No, I never had. Shit, that was dumb. I never even had a PS1, but my uncle always brought it over
Oh.
for like extended periods of time. He used to like live at my house for a couple years.
Was he from Greece?
No, he's from my mom's side.
Oh, okay.
So he was still in school. I think he was going to BC or something.
Was he? Did he like he had like a factory job or like a construction job that just wasn't doing him any good, so he just went back
worked
to
at a
school.
restaurant or something. No, he had a degree in like history or something.
Oh,
I
well,
don't
there you
really know
go.
the story. Yeah.
Because a lot of people go into like construction and then they're like, "Fuck it, I can't do this anymore."
Yeah, I can understand that.
No, it makes a lot of sense.
I'm gonna die. There we go. Now I can save. Yay!
So those rack up, the girl faces.
No, there's only 3 in the level.
No, but what I'm saying is you don't lose them.
Oh, fuck,
Oh, this one
dude.
about hopping it.
Yeah. Oh! I almost did it perfectly. Shit. What?
What was that?
Why did it do? I can't save now.
Why did it go
Fuck.
sideways?
I don't know. I thought it was locked in. I guess you can like
Jump
3D
sideways.
space is still
Weird.
applicable. I just that's annoying. Oops.
This game ain't easy.
No, it's not.
Ain't easy being green.
It ain't easy being cheesy.
What is it? Oh,
What
you
the
still have
fuck?
it.
I don't understand those.
What is the Cheetos commercial? Dangerously cheesy. And what is it? He's like, do it. Kind of. He's like, what is he? What is the